Well, thank you very much, Senator Collins. Admiral, given your experience in so many different ways, I don't doubt your sincerity in trying to change the culture, but the culture seems to be a real complicated morass. For example, as I understand it, if there's an incident aboard a ship at sea year, the Coast Guard has jurisdiction, but the Coast Guard isn't particularly adept at investigating sexual assault claims. They usually will call, particularly if it's a foreign port, the FBI attaché, who that's probably not at the top of his list, et cetera. So it leads to the question of, well, how do you prepare, particularly, well, all the midshipmen, but particularly the female midshipmen, for their sea year in terms of, you know, clear guidance about who to report to or what their rights are? Because I also understand that policies change ship to ship, literally. Some ships have one approach. So can you give us an idea of how you're dealing with that?
Thank you, Senator. You're correct there that the structural complexities that you addressed in terms of jurisdictional authorities over sea year, over issues at the Academy is, as you said, it's complex. How do we prepare midshipmen? In general, we have a series of lectures and seminars to prepare the midshipmen to go to sea, which covers all the aspects of safety, the working environment, and we do address sexual assault and sexual harassment. We bring in recent graduates from the Academy who will sit and meet with midshipmen, particularly focused on women, coming in to meet with women to talk about the challenges they will face when they first go out into what is still a male-dominated industry, male-dominated crews, where the only women aboard might in fact be the midshipmen who are assigned to the ship for training. We are also clear in terms of providing midshipmen the reporting contacts. We provide them a range of contacts. It is basically however you can get in touch with us. They can contact the Sexual Assault Response Coordinator or the SAPRO office. They can contact any of the Academy's faculty and staff who are trained and designated as victim advocates. They can reach out to the Department of Professional Development and Career Services, who manages the Sea Year program. In terms of on the ship, part of the shipboard compliance, climate compliance team has been establishing best practices to make the practices more uniform across the industry. Each midshipman is now assigned an officer on the ship who's specifically designated as a mentor. They're told that is a potential reporting source, somebody who is there to look out for your welfare. They can report it through the ship's chain of command to the ship's captain. Companies have what they refer to as a designated person ashore, who is a member, who is an employee who is ashore, who is there to deal with crew issues that the crew can directly contact. So we provide them this entire range of reporting sources, and it becomes to whom do you feel comfortable, confident reporting it. The preferred is, you know, to immediately report it to the chain of command on the ship because the incident is there. Particularly, you know, if you're in a harassment situation, to get the chain of command to address the situation right there aboard ship. Do policies change ship to ship? Again, part of what the SCCT has been doing has been reviewing company policies, trying to provide a standardization of best practices across industry. I would say in general, it is report to your chain of command on the ship. That is the first preference so they can deal within the company. That company's next point of contact would be the designated person ashore. And again, as I said, for midshipmen, they have multiple avenues for reporting to the Academy.
One avenue they don't have is a legal counsel. In fact, are you the only admiral ever graduated from West Point?
Sir, probably. I know I'm the only one in my class in that.
Oh, okay, well, there are oddities in many institutions, including the Senate. That's a very inside joke. Army officer, battalion commander, someone had a problem, they could go right to legal counsel, who was trained as an advocate, understood, and also had the kind of the skills that most attorneys have in terms of trying to figure out exactly how to help the person calling them. They don't have that option. Shouldn't they have that option?
Senator, we do not currently have the special victim counsels that victims have in the Department of Defense. We are looking now to create a special victim advocate position. It's going to require the creation of hiring an additional attorney at the academy to fulfill those duties. We're in the process of creating a position description and developing what the responsibilities and policies would be for that person in that position. And our intent is to move forward with bringing that kind of a bringing that kind of resource and making it available to the
Well, I think it would make great sense. And the final, sure, and my time is over, but a quick response. Is there a way to hold a ship's captain accountable? Because my limited knowledge of the Navy is that everything happens on board a ship is ultimately the responsibility of that captain. And if an incident takes place and it's not successfully dealt with, or a climate is created where those incidents are sort of shrugged off, are we able to go in and say to that individual or to that company, you have a problem with us?
I'll start. To start, Senator, we ultimately the captain of the ship is responsible. Part of the shipboard compliance process is ensuring that companies make clear to the ship's captains that they are responsible, in particular, for the safety, welfare of midshipmen and the issues of sexual harassment and sexual assault. That is part of the company approach in highlighting it. If we do discover that we are receiving from midshipmen in back briefs when they return to campus that there are particular problems in a ship or with a particular ship's officer, it is within we would be reporting that back to the company that here are reports that we're receiving, and we would have the option to just simply say we're not going to assign midshipmen if there is a pattern of behavior or lack of enforcement. We could terminate assigning midshipmen to that captain's assignment.
Is that a credible sanction, or is it sort of saying thank you very much?
I don't know I'm not sure to the degree it would be seen by the company as a sanction. It is up to the company to sanction the ship's captains.
Okay, we'll have another round, Mr. Zabit, if you'd like to comment, and the second round. I've gone over, but I'll recognize you first. Okay.